Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Do you remember the urban years carousel with the nice animations? Well, in this episode 6 of 10 shared element transition series, it's time to take that carousel and implement a shared element transition. Along with those shared element transitions, we are also going to apply multiple types of animations, such as we are going to split the text and animate using a stagger effect, and we are also going to animate the bottom views from the details screen. So again, lots of animations. I already coded all the 10 challenges, also included a bonus one. And in order to have access to the source code, you need to become a Patreon. And how to become a patron and what we are going to build, you'll find more details in the link specified in the description of this video. And now, let's play the intro, jump straight into VS Code, and implement the shared element transition to this urban carousel. Shall we? Alrighty guys, so we are in VS Code here. I've created the entry point for this tutorial, so it's tutorial number 6, and we have the urban years list, which is basically the previous tutorial implementation, where we have this thicker type of animation. We also have a circle in the background that's scaling in and out. We also have this parallax effect and this navigation system, right? And we would like to start by fixing a couple of things in order to make this happen for the details screen. So the first thing that I need to do is to apply a touchable opacity to this item. So we have this, we have the item here, and I would like to, instead of the view, I would like to use a touchable opacity, and this touchable opacity will have an active opacity. This is going to be 0.8. And then on press, we would like to navigate to urban years details and pass the item. And you notice that we don't have access to the navigation, so we can create here navigation. It's equal to use navigation hook that comes from React Navigation. So now we can navigate, and then we don't have an item, right? Okay, so we don't have the item, and in order to get the item, we need to modify the params that we're sending here. So instead of image URI, we'll get the item, and we'll get from the item the image URI heading and item. So here where we render the item, instead of passing the item as destructured, we send directly the item. And now we have this beautiful touchable opacity, and we are going to the urban years details, right? And I'll start by, let's start by styling the details screen. So on the details screen, we will have here a couple of views, right? So we have a view that will contain the text. So here from the route, we will get the item. So const item is equal to route params. And here inside, I would like to split the whole view. So we'll have a view that's going to have a style of flex direction row and overflow hidden, right? And here inside, we will map to item. So we have this item type, right? So item type, we'll split it, and then we'll map, and we'll get the letter and index. And here we will return a text. We'll apply a different style, so font size, let's say 42 for now, and font weight is going to be bold. And inside we will display the letter. And don't forget to pass the key as well. So key is going to be letter and then the index. Hit save, and we have this beautiful splitted text. And I'll also like to text transform uppercase. All right, and I think that it's better just to get the heading like the whole style here. So we'll get styles heading. We will create here the styles. So const styles is equal to style sheet create, and then heading it's like this, right? And I think that we can increase the font size, and for the view itself I like to position this absolute. So style, position this absolute. I like to move it spacing, multiply it by 4, and also left its spacing. Great, so we have this view here, and I think that the color can be 333. All right, so this is the text, and we can also apply a special effect to it, and we can do here animatable text instead, and animatable text, and import the animatable. So import everything as animatable from React Native Animatable, and create here an animation. So letter animation will have two different keyframes, 0 and 1. We'll have opacity 0 and translate y is equal to 42 minus 42, and opacity 1 and translate y is equal to 0. So we will transition from top to bottom, right? And apply this to the animatable. So use native driver, animation is going to be letter animation, and we will delay this using, let's say, 300 plus index multiplied by 50. So the output range is not good. So we have translate and we have opacity here. We had a typo, right? And now this text is going to come down. And this is looking pretty nice. I think that I can specify a bigger font size here. All right. And now let's also add the second text here. So here we have a text and another view that's also going to have an overflow hidden, and then an animatable text. And here inside the text we'll display the item color name. So item color name, and for the style we'll have font size, let's say 20, font weight is going to be 800, text transform is going to be uppercase, and so uppercase. All right, and also the color is going to be item color. And for this view I would like to specify a height of 42, and for the font size also height of 42. All right, so we have this beautiful element, and now when this is finished I would like to also move the blue text here. So we will apply the same use native driver, the same animation type, so letter animation, but this time the delay is going to be how many items do we have here, right? So first I'll apply the delay plus how many items do we have, length multiplied with 50 plus 50, right? So now this is going to start the animation after everything is finished. So now it's going to start, right? Amazing. Now let's add the image. So we finished this guy here and an image, and import the image. We'll have a source of URI is going to be item.image URI, and it's image URI. Yes, it's image URI. Since this is a require, we don't need a URI, and we'll apply a style of styles image. And down here below, we'll have an image, and we'll apply a width of width multiplied with 0.9. Height is going to be the same, right? Import width. Okay, we'll resize mode contain. We'll align self to the center, and then let's apply a margin top of 90. So we can create this breathing room here. And now we are transitioning the image, and also we would like to transition the circle, right? So we will also have the circle. Here inside we will have a view containing the circle. So we'll have a style of something here, and we would like to position this absolute, right? We'll apply a width of circle width, circle size, height of circle size, border radius of circle size, circle size, an opacity of 0.2, and we will also have a background color of item color. And circle size is not defined, and circle size is going to be, we are going to use Pythagoras for calculating the size, because this is a circle. We would like the diameter of the circle to be to meet the edge of the screen, right? So we will use here math sqrt, and we will do here math power of the height 2 plus math pole and the width of the screen divided by 2. So basically this is how you can calculate the diameter based on the width and height, right? It's the triangle. If you're starting from the middle of the screen up to the corner, this diagonal, it's actually half. This is half of the height and half of the width. So I think that this circle now should be a full width, because we will get the circle diameter, right? So this is half of the screen, right? And now if we will remove the divided by 2, we will get everything like this is going to meet the entire screen here. Wrap into another view, make this style sheet absolute fill object, and then we'll align items to the center and justify the content to the center. So this is basically wrapping the whole thing. And now the missing part is the items from below. We will create here a view, and we'll apply a style flex 1, and flex direction is going to be row. And here we will have two different views. One view is going to have a flex of 0.35, and the rest is going to have a flex of 65. And now if I do a background color red and background color green, you'll see those are the items. And for this one, I would like to give it a padding of spacing. So we will start from here. I think that we can also increase just a little the spacing here. All right. And here inside, for the red screen, we will have another view that will contain a text like marketing and advertising, right? And another view containing the text, which is play video, and then we will have this beautiful play icon here. So play icon component, right? And for this one, we'll apply a style of flex direction row. We would like to align self to the flex end. Amazing. And for the play text, I would like to give it a style of margin right of spacing divided by 2. Great. And also the style for text is going to have a font weight of, let's say, 800, and text transform of uppercase. All right, and this view should also have a style of padding, spacing. Great, and the same to this one as well. Actually, I can give it a spacing directly here, and I can remove the view here. All right, and I'll align or justify the content space between. So we will move those like this and apply the same for play video. So play video is going to have the same style here, but this time I would like to decrease the font size. So font size is going to be, let's say, 16. Or maybe even 12. And for this, we will align the items to the center. Great. And now for this, the other view, I would like to display here an image. So image, I'll have a source from Urban Years. We'll get the marketing image. So URI, it's marketing image, and style is going to have style sheet absolute fill object. Great, and I like to have a resize mode of cover. All right, and this is what we have so far, and the reason why we have so many divs or so many views is because we would like to animate those. And the red should also have an overflow hidden, right? And the same style should be applied to the view that contains the image. And now we can remove the background colors, and I think that we can also apply a different margin right. So margin right is going to be spacing. So you can create this beautiful space here and also remove the red. And instead apply a white. So background color is going to be white. Now what we would like to do, this view should be an animatable view. So we will have an animatable view, and also this view should be an animatable. This image should also be an animatable. So basically we will transition those from right to left, and then inside, like the children will also be animated with a delay, right? So we will create here, let's create the animation. So we'll have animation, we'll have the same keyframes, so 0 and 1, translate X this time with, and then translate X 0. And with this animation, so animatable, we also need to have the, so we have this view and also this view should be an animatable, right? Okay, and let's specify the, oh, and this view should also be an animatable, so this view. Great, so all the views are animatable, and now we can specify an animation of animation, and we'll have a delay of, let's say, 300, you see, and this is animated. And actually, you know what, this view, so let's see what we have here. So we have an animatable. Oh, this view should be actually an animatable. So we have another inner view, which I forgot to add here. So we have another animatable. So animatable, and this view should not be an animatable. So this is the inner view. So I would add here the spacing, so style, justify content space, and flex one. Okay, so this animatable, I would like to have an animation of animation. We'll also have a delay of, let's say, 300. And now this is visible, right? And we would like to also apply the background color. So in this way we are actually, and you know what, also the margin and the padding should be applied. So what we would like to achieve here is the cartoon type of animation. So if I go now, you see it's visible. And now this view, let's define here duration. So const duration, it's equal to 300. So with this duration, so delay, it's equal to animatable should have a delay of duration, and then this animation should also have an animation, right? We use the native driver, and also here we use the native driver. And for the delay this time, we'll have duration plus, let's say, 100. So we have this beautiful animation. Whoop, okay, and also this should have an overflow hidden. So if I restart the animation, you see it's coming. All right, and apply for this view the same thing. So this view should have duration of 200, right? All right, and for the animatable image, this one should not be animatable because we don't care. Only the image should be animatable, and we have the same animation, but this time I'll increment the delay. So we have, okay, this type of animation. And the image itself should have, so this image, let's apply some margin vertical instead and do 90. All right, this is looking better. Now that we have all that we need, we can start the shared element transition. So if I'm going to the urban years, we will like to move the circle and the image. So let's wrap the image into a shared element, and we will apply the ID of item key and then image, right? shared element transition is not available. Okay, and apply the same. So styles, image style. So we have this guy here, and now this is a shared element. And now apply the same for the circle. So we'll have the circle inside. This view should be a shared element, and we need to actually pass the shared element here. And this time, the key is going to be p.key, and then the circle. And apply the same styles as the circle. So now if I hit refresh, the circle is not positioned properly, so let's remove the top. All right, so we have the circle and the image as shared element transition, and if we go to the details, we can wrap those with same shared element transition. So this time we will have a shared element, and an ID is going to be item key, and circle instead of the view. So shared element, and okay, apply the same styles and import shared elements. So now we have this view, right? So p, it's not defined, so p dot, of course this should be item dot key. Now we have both items are positioned, right? And the last piece to create this shared element is to define the shared elements, right? So we go to previous tutorial, copy those guys, and here before exporting we'll go urban, the year's details, and then shared elements, we'll have the image and the circle. Hit refresh, and now we have those animations. This is looking really nice. So thank you so much guys for staying so long with me. I hope that you'll learn something new. We did lots of animations and also the shared element transition. And hopefully you can integrate it in your existing project. Also, don't forget, if you'd like to have access to the source code, you need to become a Patreon, and the link to how to become a patron is down in the description, and you'll find also more details about what we've built in that GitHub repository. So also don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and without other things, see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye guys.